Oh my God. Decided to come to Table Rock today. Going to launch out of Bridgeport area. I actually tried to launch in the standard Bridgeport side. I was going to have to back my truck all the way across the lake basically to get it off the trailer. The ramp was so damn shallow, so I hopped over onto the other side where my dad has used it a couple of times, and it's a really nice ramp. They just asked for donations, so. But anyways, a real ramp with some water on it. So anyways, got her launched, letting the motor warm up a little bit. It's currently, I think, about 28 degrees out. Gonna run up to the James River arm and just see what the watercolor's like and mess around a little bit. I can't fish very much today, just a few hours. I got plans this evening, so gonna try to get out and maybe catch a couple on a wiggle wart. I don't know what the current water temperature is. Oh well, it's saying 45. Could it possibly be? Must be, because the air temp sure as heck isn't 45. So yeah, 45 degrees. I mean, I could end up catching about a wiggle wart for all I know. So there's going to be some bad weather moving in this evening. It's going to be some sleet and snow and stuff starting very late. But I'm hoping that maybe with this weather pushing through a little bit, it'll get them turned on. Maybe a little bit of barometric pressure change, and that pattern has worked really good for me historically. So. I'm a little early. I mean, you really need to go on the day it's happening. But maybe I can get a few. It's just a solo deal. Couldn't get anybody to go with me today. Probably not going to catch anything. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty tough. Water clarity looks to be about 2 or 3 foot. So, which, I mean, not bad for this part of the lake. So anyways, follow along. I'm going to try to get bit. May never even see this. I have no idea, because I'm going to have to catch something to make a video. Or we could just make a video of just me freezing for 2 or 3 hours like a popsicle in the front of the boat. And so anyways, follow along. We'll see if I can get better on it. 45-degree water. Water clarity seems to be about 2 foot. I can't believe how stained it is up in here. That last flood, I figured it probably would have turned the color pretty good. And down by Bridgeport is really dirty, so I don't know. Let's see what happens. Golly, almost 46 degrees. I'll throw that damn wiggle wart. I guarantee you ain't gonna be no 46 degrees by the best time next weekend. 7-degree nights, 20-some degree highs. I think that's what I seen. Like a couple of them days were 20-degree highs. Won't be the end of that jazz. Definitely some bait, so pretty cool. There he is. Only took 2 casts. Okay, so that's kind of cool. All right. So it's actually a largemouth. And should I be surprised? Yeah, a little bit. Usually all it catches Kentucky's until the springtime when the largemouth come up here. So that was pretty cool. I mean, right off the bat, I think second cast. So I just kept looking down at that. Well, that might be the only fish I catch all day, but I kept looking down at that temperature, and I want to make this jerkbait thing, the jerkbait bite thing, work so bad. But I mean, 46.1. So I'm a crankbait guy. Gonna do crankbait guy stuff. Red Wiggle Waggler. Hell yeah. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. You'd think I could get bit by another one. I mean, that was second cast, so built my confidence a little bit. See what's up. Got kind of a clear wiggle wart on too, which I kind of wanted to throw, and I've been saving for fishing table rock. I don't know. This is kind of the there we go. Get out of the way. This is kind of what I'm looking for this time of year. Steeper bank. You can see I'm really close to the bank. I'm in 7 foot of water. I'm just way up the James River arm. Is all I am. This is no secret. Most people know they can come up here and just, you know, the river channel is right against the bank. So just going to kind of give it a try. There's loads and loads of it. I bet there's, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile of the same stuff. So if you can get bit quick, kind of like I just did, and then actually kind of build on it, you have plenty of the same thing to fish. But we'll see what happens. Actually, at the bank is 2 foot, so that's pretty stinking deep. Just using the old Johnny Morse Carbon Light 2.0. Had it for a few years. Johnny Morse Carbon Light reel. And I'm actually using 12-pound XT. I know it's a little heavy for the water clarity, but I mean, maybe it is. Maybe someone will have an opinion on that. But my opinion is, I don't think they give a shit what size the line is when you're winding something through the water. They're chasing this down and hitting. I've never ran into a situation where I felt like if I had lighter line on a crankbait, it would have mattered. Also, I don't fish clear water. So, I mean, yep, if you're the guy that's going to get, you know, in 15 or 20 foot of visibility down at Baxter on Table Rock and wind a crankbait, maybe you ought to think about using a little bit lighter line. So, there it is. Nope. Oh, God. Okay, there's 3 bites. We stomped it. Come on. The one I boated was definitely back hooked, so. I will say with 12-pound test, you know, you're not gonna get her down as deep. You know, even if I had 10, I could probably gain a little bit, but my bite here recently's been, I mean, if I went down to 10-pound test, I could get a little bit more depth out of this crankbait, but my bite recently has been, you know, 10, 11 foot of water, and heavy timber. And I'm just like, man, you know, I'd sacrifice, you know, going and being able to run it in 12 foot of water, you know, 11 or 12 foot of water, and be hitting the bottom for not busting off a big one in heavy timber on Pommy, you know. So I'm just a little nervous about running too light a line. There was a time where I only ran 8-pound test on a crankbait. I never ran anything more than 8. And, you know, had a lot of success that way, but man, I lost a lot of lures and a lot of fish. Hang you up in some timber and pull, bang, gone. They don't call this color Table Rock shad for nothing. Wonderful. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that wonderful and fantastic? What do you call this shit? Okay. Holy cow. joke. That was. Cold. That's what it is. Cold is just hard on everything. My line's stiff. It's freezing in my reels. It's alright. It's what it takes. You're not gonna know if you do not go. I've been a Smithwick guy my whole life. And Isaac started catching them on the 6th Sense pretty good, and they just got good, cool colors, and you can cast them forever, and the hooks are just razor, and you know, out of the box, they're usually pretty consistent. You know, some will float a little bit, some will sink a little bit. You know, they're not perfect, but shoot, 1 out of every 3, 4, maybe even 5 Smithwick Rogues would be one that actually suspended. Which, and I don't mind having to cut a little lead wire and put some lead wire on a hook to get them right, but you know, some of them suckers were like bobbers. I mean, just the minute you stop working them and just shoot straight right to the surface, you can't hardly put 2 ounces of lead on them and they'll still float, seems like. So that's probably an exaggeration, but a lot of lead, more than you should have to for something that says suspending on the package. And but I mean, I've been a Smithwick guy for 39, so probably threw my first jerkbait around 10 years old until this year is the first year that I didn't throw a Smithwick, and I would have to say I've really been enjoying it. Great casting distance. Of course, I use a spinning rod, and I know that that's kind of controversial, you know, using a fairy wand for that, but I just like it. I like being, when I want to work a certain action, kind of like walking the dog, and I'm retrieving, you know, with my left hand, I have to switch hands. And the other thing is this, my hands get really cold and I'm holding the side frame of the reel of a bait caster. My left hand will just get turned to a block of ice, and so that doesn't happen when you're using a spinning rod, so that's kind of nice. There's just a few different little advantages, but I get why people use bait casters and not spinning rods, fighting the fish and that whole deal. I totally understand. On the jerkbait, I'm using just monofilament, Berkeley Trilene XT in low vis green. If I'm in super clear water, I switch to, and it's 8-pound test. If I'm super clear water, I switch to clear line. I don't know if it really makes that big of a difference, but it definitely helps me psychologically, like gives me more confidence. But monofilament, stretching, all that stuff, nobody likes it anymore. I'm not terribly surprised that you get a couple bites and then fish a long ways and not get any more bites, because that has been what I've been dealing with since May, I think. A couple here, nothing. A couple here, nothing. A couple there, nothing. I should have had some other bites dead to rights, but they just kind of hit hard and just didn't get a hold of it. There he is. That's a fish. Okay. Had a false alarm, and then I caught one. Okay. Jeez Louise. That was about 2 hours. I should have bailed off that bank. I didn't really like it, but I didn't really care for it, but I've caught them good on that before. Same exact conditions, so I don't know. What the heck? Just not on it. Caught one right off the bat, and I had 2 for sure fish on. Immediately, but it's tough when you haven't fished an area for a long time. It's the first trip out. It's like you're starting over. I got 5 rods on the deck, 6. I mean, the last couple of trips I've had 3 rods on the deck and 2 were jerkbaits, just different colors. So I had it totally figured out on how I was going to catch them. I'm sure there's a lot of other ways. Be cool if I got caught another one, but we'll see. Might be my best Kentucky ever. Look at that one. Golly. The gut on that thing. Holy cow, man. That's some bitch has gotta go. 2.5. Holy crap. 328. Holy cow, that's my biggest Kentucky ever. Look at that sucker. 328. Look at the gut on that thing. Holy cow, got it in the net. I didn't think it was that big. It hit me on such a short line. Holy cow, 328. That is awesome. That is it. That's my best Kentucky ever. Golly, what a fish. Alright. Holy crap. Holy crap. Alright. Oh man. Literally caught that fish and the battery died. Wow, the net handle was a little low. Gotta get that dude up a little bit higher. I mean, smoked it right at the boat. My third, fourth cast. Maybe there'll be a couple more. Holy shnikes, man. Got about 1.5 feet visibility. And only 8 foot of water, 47 degrees is the water temp. I got my jerk baits all ready to go, but I don't see what the point of that is. Holy shnikes. It's my best Kentucky ever. That's awesome. Isaac and I were just talking about what our biggest Kentuckys we ever caught are, and I was like, I don't even know. I think I told him I don't even know if I have a 3, maybe a 3. I got a 3 now. Wow, man, that was awesome. Wow. Right, the boat, super short line. Fighting like crazy, got the net. Wind goes right in the net, hook comes out immediately. Of course, pretty common once you get slack line on them. But geez Louise, man. That was incredible. That fish couldn't have been more than 18 inches long, but golly, it had a gut on it. It's been the story of this winter, is I catch one and fish for hours and catch another one. Hopefully that's not the case today. Hopefully set on a couple and get them bit. I was getting pretty frustrated up there. Wind's blowing. You're all bundled up, kind of just annoying. Just everything about it's just a pain in the butt, you know. You're not getting bit. It's like, what am I doing here? I put way too many hours way up the river. I got those 2 bites, but I got a bad habit of doing that, knowing when to go. There's one. I don't know what it is. Kentucky, more of my size. That's more the size of Kentucky that I'm used to. Alright. Well, that didn't take too long. Got into that dirty water. I'm just dirty water guy, man. Straight up. Alright. There's one. I think. Hell, I can't tell. Yeah, it's a fish. Ooh. Well, surprise, surprise, another Kentucky. Okay. I'm catching some fish. This is the better stretch of bank. I'm so surprised I caught that. What I did right off the bat in that spot, I've never thrown a crankbait on it. I just thought I'll start way back off of what I figured there'd be a couple fish on with this water temp, this watercolor. And I thought, well, I'll start on this point and I'll just ease my way all the way down. Boy, am I glad I did. I almost didn't do that. The bite is so soft. And I've hooked so many branches today, it just feels the exact same way. It's just so soft. There he is. I just cannot get them to do that jerkbait today. They just flat out will not do it. Another little Kentucky. Boy, they ain't got much color to them today. This water is so dirty. They will not eat that jerkbait. Hey, what's up? I'm on table rock. I caught my biggest Kentucky in my life, so almost 3.5 pounds. So I'm by myself. Yep. my God. Oh, look at that. Oh my. Oh, look at that one. That's a freaking 5. I use 12 just for stuff like that. Gives you that little extra chance. I guarantee you that line is just shredded. I don't know how in the hell I got this fish in. Holy crap. That's a 5 for sure. Holy cow. Look at the size of that. Oh. Oh crap. Look at that one. Oh. Holy crap. All right. There it is. If you can see that or not. 564. All right. There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hell yeah. See you later. Holy cow. Raining and nasty out. Oh my gosh. What a fiasco that was. Holy crap. Whew. So I caught my biggest largemouth of the year, I think, today, and my biggest Kentucky of the year in my life. So, heck yeah. what I'm talking about. Yeah. Good looking fish. All right. Kentucky. Get back into some of those, I guess. All right. Doing any good? I tried to make that jerkbait work. I switched to that Red Wiggle Wart and just killed him. Dude, that Red Wart, like I ran all the way to McCord Bend because I thought I'll catch him on that kind of short bluff. Well, I'll just run the whole thing, take my time, put the bow into the wind, just use a jerkbait, and I could not make it work. Of course, you have probably 2 foot visibility up there. Did you run up that far yet?
No, we didn't go that far.
I think I passed you guys.
You were in the same cove as us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, we saw you.
Yeah.
We saw when you came over here. It's like, is that the same guy? And then I saw the white rod. It's like, I bet it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I've got that one. That was the orange. If you pull that rod locker up, there's probably one in there.
I mean, it's crazy. I got it all on video too. I mean, I killed them suckers.
Good deal.
Yeah. And only that stretch. I went deeper. I went into the pockets. Nope. It's got to be in the wind. I'm getting the wind to my back so I can make bomber casts and just running my trolling motor in reverse as a brake. So I can just get it just as far as I can. I'm in contact all the way back to the boat. Some of them I caught right here. That 4 pound, almost 4 pound spot was 3 or 4 foot of lines right in the boat. Barely got it in, barely got the net and all that. And then a 5 pound largemouth wrapped itself in the trolling motor.
Yep.
That was an ordeal.
Well, it's stock that I've been hammering on a jerkbait for the last month. I had a 7 and one between 4.5 and 5.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Those are hard fish to come by, stock.
Oh my God, man, those are fish of a lifetime for most guys on stock. Here,
I had there was 4 trips in a row. I had 8 or 9 keepers.
Yeah.
Once again, it's hard to do at Stockton right now.
Yeah. And so I was being lazy and getting that half-hour sleep, and I thought, okay. I finally figured it out after about 2 or 3 days. But anyways, yeah, man. Okay, heck yeah. That trip ended up turning out real nicely. Started out really slow. Tried to make that jerkbait work. Jerkbait just would not do it, man. I kept trying to force something, and I have a really bad habit. 2 of my worst habits are fishing something, or let's say fishing a pattern a certain time of year that I've had history doing. So, for the last 15 or 20 years, right now, this week, this weekend, this certain time, this certain weather pattern, specifically this certain time of year, that's what really gets me. This should work. Historically, I've caught them here, throwing this. I mean, it should be on. I'm all wound up. I think about it all night long. I get up in the morning, go to the lake, gonna force this, Shouldn't have to force it, Ought to just be able to just throw it and just catch it. Next thing you know, I dump an hour, then another hour, then another hour goes in. And the whole time, my instinct's telling me, I'm looking right at the graph. It says 47 degrees. and the water's dirty. You know, it's not your typical winter. It's just stayed warmer longer. The lake is still 47 degrees. It's January 4th. You know, we're finally getting our first actual cold snap tomorrow. And so I'm out here and I'm just like, historically I've done this in this spot on this color, doing, and you know, it bites me. I end up dumping a couple hours into something, and finally, you know, I'll just decide this isn't gonna work, gotta go do something else. Well, shoot, I already had the pattern on Pommy the last, I don't know how many trips, where I caught him on that wart, that wiggle wart. I just wanted to fight it. And so there's a stretch of bank. Isaac and I have caught some fish. You know, the last couple of trips we made this spring, we ran this one stretch of bank, caught him, I think, on a crankbait a little bit, not a spinnerbait. Anyways, I knew that bank was going to be the right depth. It was going to be what I was looking for, because it was very similar to some of the stuff I've been running on Palm de Terre. So went right in there, and as you'll see if you watch this, immediately, it was immediate, nearly a 4-pound Kentucky, or spotted bass. I call them Kentuckys, but almost a 4-pound spotted bass, or what was it, 3-4? I don't know, a big one, immediately, 3rd, 4th cast. So, I you know, you catch a quality fish like that, that's not a fluke. I'd already caught 2 earlier, where in the area I was throwing the jerkbait and trying to make that work, and you know, still I tried to force the issue. Catching anything on a jerkbait, catch a couple on a wiggle wart, still tried to force the jerkbait. So, anyways, I'm glad that I come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to be able to catch them on a jerkbait. I need to go run a stretch of bank with that wiggle wart just to see, and you know, ended up catching that 5, 6, and a handful of shorts. I think maybe one other largemouth I caught was the keeper. Everything else was going to be that 13, 14. But yeah, so anyways, caught I think a 3-4-2, I think is what it was, and a 5-6 something, 5-6-2 or 5-6-4, I don't know, 5-pounder. So that's how that day ended up turning out. It's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna roll. Kind of wish I could fish till dark. I turned it looked like father and son onto a spot over there. I seen them fishing around my same area with jerkbaits, and when I talked to them, they said they'd caught 2 fish first thing this morning. So I told them, tie on some wiggle warts and go run the stretch bank that I just pulled off, because I know I'm leaving some fish I couldn't have got them all. And it just so happens they had the exact color of wiggle wart that I'm throwing, which is kind of a funky one, orange bottom, red sides, and it's got kind of a green back on it with some looks like some sort of flake, like a silver flake, or like some kind of little bit of sparkle on it. Funky looking red wiggle wart. But they happen to have a couple of those, so I hope that they go down in there and they can catch a few. There's no way I caught them all. There had to be. I do that every once in a while. I'll catch some fish, and I just can't hardly help but tell somebody exactly where to go and what to do. I just hope that they can catch them. So, anyways, as always, like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. When you like our stuff, it really makes a big difference with the algorithm. It really helps us a lot. And of course, you know, being a subscriber is just a huge help. We're just kind of slowly trying to grow the channel. It was really slow to get to the first 100, but we got the next 200 in pretty short order in the spring. Our content kind of is hit or miss. When it gets hot, I have a really hard time, and I don't like fishing in the heat. And then the fall comes, and I do quite a bit of deer hunting. So if I kill a buck quick, I get back in the boat. If I don't, I can lose, you know, 5-6 weeks sometimes trying to kill a very specific deer. So. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys follow along and watch our content. And until next time, have a great day, and see ya on the next adventure.